Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of our course vlogs. We're out here at the beautiful Tahquitz Creek Legends course. This is the original Palm Springs municipal course. One of the OGs out here. I'm standing here on the beautiful 18th hole, about ready to bomb one away. But this is the back nine, so we're gonna take you all the way back to the 10th hole to start this thing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you out there. Here we go. Alrighty, this 10th hole is parallel to number 1. Hit it over the riverbed, just a 200-yard clearance, and it's off to the races down this straightaway par 4. Now, you're not going to be able to see your ball land over the edge of the riverbank there. It is a blind tee shot. Well, first tee shot was right here. Hit a gap wedge. And it's on the green. Let's go rolling a putt. Sometimes I just forget to hit record. It is the way it is. Oh, I really wish that birdie putt would have dropped, bringing me back to 1 under par after that bogey on number 9, but it's all right. Just another comfy tap-in par to start off this back 9. Number 11 is a little bit shorter par 4, and the only trouble is that bunker down the left. Now, I can't remember why, but for some reason, I took a 2-iron off this tee, which perfectly brings that bunker into play. I typically fly this thing about 250 to 255. And what do you know? It's right in the middle of the bunker. And it wasn't the greatest lie in the bunker, and I hit it a little bit thin here, so it did jump and go over the back of the green, and I'm going to have to try to get up and down to salvage my par. Now, luckily, out here in the Coachella Valley, most courses overseed with this ryegrass here, and it just makes the ball sit up, and very, very fluffy lies there in the rough. Just wasn't able to get the ball to roll out the way I wanted to on the chip shot, and was not able to get that 15-footer to drop for par either, dropping us down to 1 over par on the day. Now, the first of 2 par 3s here on the back 9, just a little simple one, 165 yards to this front flag, and that water really doesn't come into play unless you just hit it terribly off the tee. The bunkers are definitely more of the trouble around this perched green. I was able to just find the fringe here so I could just putt it up there close. And man, oh man, the conditions here are perfect. You're going to have some very true putts out here. If you see the line, that's what it's going to do. Now here, the first par 5 and the only par 5 of the back 9, sitting only 500 yards. You got to take advantage. Now, the only really trouble here is down the left-hand side, as this hole does dogleg severely to the right, and I could easily blast this thing through the fairway, but I found the correct line over the corner and left myself a comfortable 6-iron here to the middle of the green. Now, on par 5s, I am very rarely aiming for the flag unless I feel absolutely comfortable with it. I'm generally just looking for the center of the green and going to deal with what I get from there. This eagle putt up the hill was makeable, but ultimately leaving it right underneath the hole to salvage back that bogey I got on number 11 with a comfy tap-in birdie here on the only par 5. Now here, the par 4 14th is awesome. It heads back over the riverbed, so that's about a 200-yard clearance once again. Now, there's really no trouble down this hole. It's a lot like the 10th hole and the first hole. Just got to hit it over the riverbed and find it on the other side. Hopefully, you'll have a good angle into the hole location, though. And I did have a decent angle here from the left side going into this front right hole location. But the ball jumped on me a little bit more out of this rough than I anticipated, and it left me a longer putt from above the hole, which is not ideal on these slippery small greens. You can see I really just trickled that putt on down there. I couldn't give it any speed at all if I wanted to give myself a makeable one there for a comfy tap-in par. Now, there's something about these old school courses that they always have a long par 3. Now, this one's sitting 220 yards to the middle of the green. That's a full 5-iron for me, and to this middle flag, somehow I thought I could get a 6-iron there. Well, I didn't. Left it short, which was kind of expected, to be honest, once I hit the shot. But I almost got this one to chip in, and ultimately...
It's good by him, it's good by me, isn't it, you two? Par.
I'll take any tap-in pars that anybody wants to give me any day. Another stick straight par 4, but this one's a little bit longer at 434. Now with the tee canted off to the right-hand side, it does make this whole play a little bit crooked and kind of right towards that fairway bunker. So I did hit a cut off the tee and aired it down the right-hand side. Had a great number into the flag and hit a comfortable pitching wedge to the middle of the green here. The pin was back right, and I just had to lag this one down there. From 40 feet, you're not really trying to make them. This really is gorgeous scenery here in old school Palm Springs. I mean, the mountains in the background, you always have a clear day out here, especially in the wintertime when it's a comfortable 70 to 80 degrees. Oh, there's nothing better.
Actually, I wasn't aiming at that palm tree either. For you, I'm saying go straight at that cluster of palm trees.
So tip of the mountain?
Tip of the mountain, because the dog leg this way is downhill, and all that stuff is super short down there. All right.
So here I was getting advice from my friend who lives right here next to the course, as I almost didn't cut this dogleg enough. You see the fairway runs out at 300 yards, and gotta play the angle properly to really not lose a golf ball down the left-hand side and in those palm trees. Hit this one perfect, though. Just aired out down into the rough, and that's all right. It's another pitching wedge into the green. But this one started right and stayed right. The shot tracer did not pick up the second half of the ball properly. It was boom in the right-hand bunker here. And this is the first one from the sand. We're going to have to splash it out and get it up and down, but I did not hit a good bunker shot. I haven't been in the sand in a while, and hit this one over the green. We're chipping again for par here, trying to chip it in. And ultimately, we chipped it close enough to tap it in, but that's not a par, dropping us back down to 1 over par here with the bogey. Now here, the 18th hole plays right down the middle of the riverbed. Finally, a big, wide open fairway. You can send this thing like it's the driving range and just head on down there and find it. I absolutely clocked this one a little bit down the left-hand side, so it was in the rough, but a comfortable number here for my gap wedge. Just trying to leave it underneath the hole once again to one of the smallest greens on the entire course. All right, 25 feet up the hill. Let's see if we can get this one to drop.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us. See you again next time. Later.